What's up, everybody?
What's up, Melanites? It's your boy GT.
I'm Kymmy Cocoa.
And we're your hosts for Innovative Black Stations Connecting the Dots,
where we inform
and bring everything full circle within our community.
I guess we switched seats, so now you're like, what?
Right.
I'm still saying, because these camera angles. Oh my goodness.
Today we're going to talk about a few things. We're going to talk about MetLife not paying, what is it, annuity?
Yeah, the pension.
I said it so funny.
You what?
I said it so funny. I ain't know how to say it this morning.
Oh, what, annuity?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Trump's food stamps idea, the Douglas mass shooting, and we're going to talk about some other things. But first, what we're going to do, we're going to put you on game, and we're going to go ahead and talk about MetLife. So, Kim, go ahead and kick us off with that.
Okay, so MetLife, an insurance company, auto insurance and company, they have health insurance. It's a kind of like a household name, right? Everybody heard of MetLife.
Right.
So anyone that was employed by MetLife should check and make sure if they were qualified for a pension, if they had worked there for 5 years. A part of their retirement plan, they offered, you know how we always discuss 401k and other types of retirement plans that companies offer? Well, as a part of their retirement offering, they also offer pension plans.
Right.
So MetLife employees that work there, they're missing their pension money because they didn't pay them because they went out and tried to reach them. But apparently they didn't try hard enough. They only contacted them twice to see if they were able to be contacted in order for them to receive their money.
Right. But
they never responded. So now they owe possibly 13,500 individuals. This is according to Investment News. They owe them their pension money. So now people are going back and trying to figure out if they are one of the ones that were owed.
Right. This has been going on for 25 years. And if you don't know what annuity is, it's basically a fixed sum of money that a company pays to an individual.
Right.
This also caused the company today to delay its fourth quarter earnings. So basically what they're doing, they're setting aside $510 million to make sure that those people that have not been paid over the course of those 25 years, making sure that they get their money. It also dropped their operating income by 36%. And the CEO, Stephen Kandarin, said it's unacceptable and is deeply disappointing.
Well, I think he was recently became the CEO. I don't think that it was something that he might have been aware of.
Right.
But they offer defined benefit pension plans. That just means that if you work for a company long enough, they pay you a certain amount of money for the rest of your life after you turn 62. So those people are owed money, and I hope they get it because I'm sure that they're dependent on it. These are people that are retired already.
What about the people that, pass? The people that's passed away since that?
So then usually what happens in that case, because 401k investments are considered property, so it'll go to the person's estate usually. That's what happens. And so their family would be entitled to the money. So a lot of companies don't pay that anymore. And we talked about that in a previous episode. We were saying how a lot of times there are companies that don't even do that anymore, and there's a few companies that still do it. I ran into a list, and this was on Quartz Media. The Kaiser Foundation Health Plan, Johnson & Johnson, JP Morgan, PSE&G, Prudential, Consolidated Edison of New York, Merck, Southern Company, Eli Lilly. So if you get a job there, that's a dope come up. You know what I'm saying?
That is.
So you get your 401k money, whatever you saved, hopefully Social Security, of course, keep your fingers crossed, and a pension plan. So that would be dope. So that's one of the things you should look for when you look for a job, see if they still offer that. But
and it's not a lot of money either. It's really not enough for you to
it would
make
be
a living off of.
In conjunction with, your other retirement plans.
Right.
Money. So guess what? MetLife is one of those companies that's raising minimum wage.
Okay. And
so they got their tax break. They're raising their minimum wage, and they're giving their employees a bonus. So, I mean, that's a good thing, but we don't know.
I never said they was a bad company. I mean, they're a top tier company.
They made a big mistake though.
Yeah,
but
just a big mistake.
13,500 people not realize. Well, I guess that's worldwide because it's a
Possibly,
benefit of working there.
Yeah.
So 13,500 people didn't realize they weren't getting their money.
But you also got to understand too, a lot of these people have their own businesses, or they, you know, like they may have like their 401k or other things set aside. So it's very easy for something like that, you know, to slip up, especially if you're not used to getting it. You can't miss something, you know, you never had.
Exactly.
So
yeah. So keep in mind, you know, a lot of people sign up for their benefits and they really don't pay much attention to them. But if you're entitled to this stuff, make sure you make it a part of your information that you give to your family. Keep it in a safe place, the information like you would keep it for your insurance policies and stuff like that, because that's something that your family will be entitled to.
That's true.
So I hope they get it together.
I think they will.
I think the people are starting to sue them now.
That'll be a big ass lawsuit.
So it says the company scaled back its assessment of the problem on Tuesday, saying it had inappropriately lost track of 2% of the pension clients, or about 13,500 individuals. So my thing is, how did they figure it out? That's what I didn't do my research on. How did they figure out that they missed out on paying these people for 25 years? Like 25 years? Well, they knew that they were keeping track of it because they were sending these people these notifications. So this is from the article on Investment News. The company had given up after just 2 attempts to locate the pensioners. So the business problem, which said it began 25 years ago, they've been knew that this was going to happen.
But you know what's crazy? Not meaning to cut you off. It's crazy that they do that because, like, I know I used to work for Citibank, and my 401k, what I had left in there, I was going to keep it in there. And what they did, because I didn't work for the company anymore, they auto dropped me out. They didn't try to contact me or anything like that. The way I found out was, like, I was going on there looking for, like, my tax information.
Oh, and you saw it.
And I saw that they dropped me out of it. So I contacted them. I was like, yo, y'all send a check, you know, to South Florida, and I'm in Atlanta. And I was like, that's okay. We can go ahead and issue you out another check. But, you know what I mean? Like I said, the lack of communication. So sometimes, too, I mean, even if you don't know that stuff, or like retiring and stuff like that, it is important. Like, I know a lot of people jump from job to job and they don't understand like how their healthcare benefits work, how those 1095 C forms work. Right. Like, you got to go on there sometimes and just kind of like do your own research.
And they should explain them. Yeah, you have to do your own research. I mean, it's your money. It's not their responsibility, but at the same time, you know what I always say: we keep up with all this other stuff. So we have to make time for stuff that's important. True. So we're gonna keep up with our stocks like we keep up with those NFL games and stuff, because that's what we're gonna start doing. We're gonna look into our stuff, manage our paperwork. So anyway, MetLife, they started this group of people 25 years ago. So they take on pension obligations to try to keep up with these people. So they said they just became aware of the problem last year. MetLife, give them people their money.
I don't think they have a problem with it. Like I told you earlier, $510 million of their dollars is going towards making sure those people get back, and that's a 36% operating income decrease that they're gonna be seeing. So, I mean, they taking the time. I mean, you losing 36%, you know, your value as far as your income. I mean, right. I think they take that very seriously.
Yeah. So they set aside the money to take care of it. So if you are owed the money, look for it and make sure you follow up with them. So the CEO, he just took on that job not too long ago, so it was really not his fault, but still. I mean, obviously they are taking care of their new employees too by raising them minimum wage and stuff like that. I used to work there. It's a pretty good company to work for. Clearly they have good benefits, but you know, you just have to be in charge of your own stuff.
A lot of people don't know about that stuff. Not educating them, just like they're not educating our kids on credit. How you know.
Well, those are some of the things that you have to teach your kids yourself. They don't want you to know. I mean, it's to their advantage for you not to know. It's to their advantage for you not to have any idea that you're owed money or a way to make more money.
Yep.
So it's like it's benefiting them to just be ignorant about financial services and credit and stuff like that, because look at all the people that stay in business specifically having higher interest rates for people that have bad credit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like the payday loan companies and all those things are in force because people don't have good credit. So if we take care of our credit, it's going to shut down all those payday loan places, those car loans, those title loan places and stuff like that. And then you won't have to pay more money than everybody else when it's time for you to get cars, loans, or whatever. The people that have the worst credit have to pay the highest interest rate. So, they act like they don't really want people to have bad credit. Yes, they do. because they make the most money off those people. The people that have good credit are paying less in interest rates for all those cards and all that stuff, and credit cards and stuff like that.
Worse to everybody benefit. That's America for you.